round called for cooperation. YSM, who was in a favorable position, had to fight a disadvantageous fight. This time won't be different either. If we can make use of such a situation, Paris Lumiere will be able to take the win. I'll be explaining the strategy for the third round. Boss, who do you think will win the third round? Are you asking me? Wait, no. Don't tell us. I'm scared it'll be set in stone if you say it. Then let me ask you guys instead. Who do you think will win? I think Berlin Blitz will win. Why do you think that? First, Paris Lumiere's record, which was 5-0, was before Chen Jin, Zhao Wuren, and especially Xu Ran joined the team. After Chen Jin, Zhao Wuren, and Xu Ran joined, Daniel's potential greatly rose too. So during the first round, Berlin Blitz, who were able to move more freely, were at an advantage. After taking out Nathan, they used their number advantage to pave the way for a steady victory. During the second round, while Paris Lumiere looked like they were in a favorable position with Nathan's great performance, if Berlin Blitz had information about the Biles wars like them, I believe they would have easily won in the end. If they chose to dodge instead of trying to use anti-gravity to lift them up in the air, instead of Paris Lumiere's devastating attack, they would have already lost Chi-Chi and Rob, with Nathan being drained of his aura. During the third round, the invasion will definitely have progressed further. Although we won't know which boss will appear, that's also another variable. While Paris Lumiere might be at an advantage. In the battlefield we know about, Berlin Blitz being able to adjust according to the situation is at an advantage here. You guys must see Paris Lumiere as a really stiff team. In the World Champs last round between Berlin Blitz and Paris Lumiere, both sides' players are entering the third round. However, I think Paris Lumiere will win. If I were to estimate Berlin Blitz's chances of winning, it's about 1%. Well, you never know though. Let's go. Someone might be able to create a miracle. The Dimension Spiders have finished building their nest. The leaders of the Dimension Spiders, the Pillar Spiders, have entered the field. The 6 Pillar Spiders are strengthening the nest. There is an overflow of ominous aura, and the invasion is starting to worsen. A dimensional door leading to the Forsaken World is opening. The Forsaken World. A rain of lava falls. The ruler of the wastelands, Hammervors, makes its appearance. Minutes till Hammervors lands on the ground. With the beginning of the third round, the timer starts. If you aren't able to take down the 6 Pillar Spiders and stop the Hammervors from descending within 15 minutes, the whole field will be blown into smithereens, and both teams will be disqualified. Battlefield. Even the death ray isn't hurting it. As expected, the only way to take care of the Hammervors is to take out the Pillar Spiders. Whether it be the condition of the battlefield, or the spiders' movements, it's totally different from the first 2 rounds. They're protecting the Pillar Spiders. Show us. Xu Ran. To think that even the Pillar Spider is able to withstand Xu Ran's death ray. This is unexpected. Team 1 Minimap Start Paris Lumiere BC. To hunt, start Minimap Paris Lumiere BC Team 2, the Pillar Spider. Start Minimap Paris Lumiere BC. Ha! A barrier made of aura. Not only is it sturdy, it's also covering every side perfectly. It's really strong. Normally, an aura barrier is only able to block one side, because a huge amount of aura is needed to cover every side. Think carefully, if I were to think of that thing as the same monsters I've faced so far. If it's a persistent barrier that negates all attacks and covers all directions, it can't be something that the Pillar Spider made on its own. There's a high possibility that it's made by stacking multiple aura barriers from the outside. There must be something out here that's supporting the barrier. I'll just have to find it. The barrier is disappearing. I knew it. There's a different type of spider amongst the dimension spiders. The thing must be creating the barrier around the pillar spider. I'm sure it's the same at the other pillar spiders' locations. Find it. It took 3 minutes to figure out how to deal with the pillar spiders. Everyone is working hard to deal with the new monster. It's all thanks to Heian, is it? I just said I saw. How embarrassing. Everyone figured it out watching you. Using the knowledge that they already have by observing and testing, they're calmly figuring out a way to deal with the new monster. Since the monsters in the battlefield have always been just a source of experience, if we were still in the first round, we wouldn't have figured it out so quickly. Now, there won't be any superhuman surprise to face a new monster, at least on our team. Good. We've disabled the barrier. One of the 6 pillar spiders that opened the gate to the Forsaken World has been killed. Killed by Shuran. Did they decide to split up to keep it in check? Support allies within 5 meters only use half the amount of aura their abilities cost. Did you think that we didn't expect you to come, Shuran? Nathan and Heian. Where did they? That won't do, Nathan. You guys aren't the only ones that are prepared. Even Daniel's here. Shuran, 2 kills. Shuran, 2 kills. You guys are making this so troublesome. Oh man, they're not trying to keep us in check. They're ready to fight. Will you be okay with not taking out the pillar spiders, Daniel? Both of our teams might disqualify at this rate. That's what I should be asking you, Nathan. You should be hearing the kill sound right about now. Nathan. Heian. You have to come to us. The Berlin. Arf. Pern Schneider, 2 kills. Virgil Eibenstein, 1 kill. Team 3 is wiped out. I was expecting it, but Berlin Blitz. You guys sure are doing something interesting. Do you think you can do it, Daniel? Taking us out within the limited time? Of course. We just have to take out the pillar spiders within 15 minutes. Since we'll need Shuran for that, please don't mess with her. We'll use the threat of disqualification to bring about victory. Disqualification. Just like how it was during the YSM match, the 3rd round will have a boss monster. Do you have proof that'll happen? The 1st and 2nd round didn't have a dungeon reset. And if we compare the spider nests in the 1st and 2nd matches, ST match 2nd match, its construction is getting closer to completion. This is something a monster who makes use of the spider webs as dimension gates made. There's a high probability of something appearing in the 3rd round. However, the main point starts here. The point is that the round pushes for the cooperation of the 2 teams, and if they fail to deal with the boss, they're disqualified. We'll use that to our advantage. Nathan and Beck Heian being together means, while Paris Lumiere splits up to take care of the pillar spiders, the 2 of them will be on standby in the central area. Yo. However, that's something I wanted as well, Nathan, since I'm slower. Sprint your speed will increase by 50% for 3 seconds. If I can just get the timing right, able to dodge and attack no matter how fast. Using pull at that moment, avoiding the target location. However, it's all pointless if I go after Shuran. I'll be sad if you think I didn't expect that, Nathan. Pull. You are able to pull a target within 8 meters. Roughly a month ago, in the plane back to Germany after the mock battle with YSM. You want to learn martial arts? I don't think you'll be able to hurt your opponents just because you learn some martial arts, though. I know that. I know that I don't have the power to finish anyone off. I've always relied on my abilities to fill my support role. That's why I need to learn martial arts. It'll be enough as long as I can dodge a couple of attacks. It'll work better then. I just need to stop him for a second. Just enough to buy time for Shuren's death ray. No. Phew, that was dangerous. To think you were hiding something like that. They don't call it a secret weapon for nothing. To think he would use a shoulder throw on Nathan at such a moment. So close. Nathan would have been done for if Shuren had been able to set her death ray off. Paris's response was super quick. While the surprise attack didn't go through, it had an effect. Both sides have used a surprise attack. I, who have been using my teammates to battle, showed that I can also take action. Now, he has more factors to consider. With 5 down from Paris Lumiere, Berlin versus Paris Lumiere. Nathan's view should be tightening and he should be feeling the pressure. Let's push while the wind's in our favor. They show a high level of play as expected, huh? But boss, wasn't Nathan able to hold 11 of them back in the second round? How come he's struggling this time around, when he only has 5 of them? He was able to use the dimension gates. The spiders made, and he only had to stall for time because all of his teammates were still alive. Well, other than that, there's also the fact that Daniel's stopping him from using his clone haphazardly. Huh. However, with Berlin pushing hard from the first fight, Nathan will find it hard to use his clone in his current situation. It's not just because of the risk that the loss of his clone will result in the loss of his aura. Now, the outcome of the match is on the line. Team fight. The result, in such a situation, Mance will take advantage. Either right before he dies to enable his survival, or after taking down Shuren once she succeeds in eliminating a monster. Then, all the risks are gone and he is able to fight freely. Choosing between 2 now, I've predicted everything up to this point. Will they be able to continue this miracle? Hey Ian, use your teleport with Chi-Chi, to join the rest in the leftover area. From here on out, I'll cover this place on my own. Are you planning on closing the gap in numbers while becoming the bait? You'll die before that happens, Nathan. The second pillar spider that opened the gate to the Forsaken World is down. Killer Pern Schneider, things are going well. All according to plan. It's currently 11 versus 6 and the pillar spiders aren't too hard to take down. Aren't we at a huge advantage? Is it okay to beat Paris Lumiere this easily? Calm down. You're too excited right now, Pern. We haven't won yet. A 6, fine. Let's move quickly. We'll reduce the number of enemies as much as we can before Team 1 joins. Okay. There's no need. Suppressive aura, you are able to reduce the strength of enemies within 20 meters by 10% in exchange for 10% of your own strength. A counterattack. Does this mean you gave up on Nathan? Paris Lumiere. Everyone, retreat 4. Beck Heian. 1 kill. I'll leave it to you, Nathan. The match starts. Our formation for the third round will be 3-3-3-2. The teams of 3s will split up and take on the pillar spiders. Nathan and I will hold the center to observe their movements, and stop them from setting up any sneak attacks. While the assumption is that the 2 teams would be cooperating in the third round. Berlin will use that factor to try catching us off guard. Since the fight will drag on when fighting with even numbers, they'll try to gain the numbers advantage by splitting into teams of either 5-6 or 5-5-1. If one of our team members gets attacked, Nathan and I will teleport to them right away to help. If Berlin splits up and attacks, what about the other side? The attack team will be bait. We'll gather on the team that's attacked. After, with Nathan's signal, everyone else will gather as well. That's where we'll begin our main plan. We'll be taking advantage of the opponent's plan. Bek Heian. 1 kill. This is where we begin, Nathan. Bek Heian, 1 kill. So quick. I have to trust my teammates. Oh, this is surprising. Is Paris Lumiere giving up on Nathan? It looks like by giving up on Nathan, they'll use that chance to counterattack Berlin. Will Nathan fall first? Or will the Berlin team fall first? How the two teams handle this situation will be the key. Damn it, Pern. The other team regrouped faster than expected. Phew. I didn't expect them to abandon Nathan to come here. As it stands, we're outnumbered. I hope the timing that Daniel mentioned is correct. AzureScans.com. Sorry, Mance. What you ordered came a bit late. I have completed the mission and returned. Jaeger. AzureScans.com. Phew. Looks like things would have gotten troublesome if I was just a little later. It took a bit longer than I anticipated. AzureScans.com. Nadia. U003 time attack /U003E 14 minutes and 32 seconds to take out the pillar spiders, kill the mutated spider among the dimension spiders. 000 Nadia, Jaeger, that I have something I need you two to do. Take out all these mutated spiders. AzureScans.com. Take out all the pillar spiders barriers and regroup with us. Since we'll be at a location within Shuren's death ray. Once we deal with the other team, we'll take out all the pillar spiders. AzureScans.com with ranged attacks. Then, we'd have even numbers. Paris Lumiere Berlin Kurlan vs Kurlan BC A Parle Lumiere Paris Lumiere B Berlin 5:5. Let's do our best and fight while we wait for Daniel to take Nathan out. Good that it's finally ready. The plan will be completed as long as we take out Nathan. AzureScans.com. Sprint. Your speed will increase by 50% for 3 seconds. Push. You are able to push a target within 2.5 meters. Zhao Wuren. AzureScans.com. Now you'll have no choice but to use your clone, Nathan. Paris Lumiere is in danger. So, you weren't able to use the clone. Nathan. Huh. Why is it so quiet? The kill announcement. The announcement isn't coming. The third pillar spider has been eliminated. Eliminated by Nathan Bernard. From the start, Nathan Bernard. Never picked from to think you try to limit the timing for my close use. It was really dangerous, Daniel. But the path he chose was a path only he could see. The third choice, using the clone from the start. It looks like the other team took about 4 minutes to attack us. Even taking into account the time it'll take them to move from one pillar spider to another, it shouldn't take more than 30 seconds. That means that Berlin Blitz made the move knowing the strategy for taking the pillar spiders down. The fourth pillar spider has been eliminated. Eliminated by Nathan Bernard. The fifth pillar spider has been eliminated. Eliminated by Nathan Bernard. The last pillar spider has been eliminated. Eliminated by Nathan Bernard. What an amazing performance. He took out the Hammervors and gained a large amount of experience points. Now, let's end this. Nathan Bernard, 1 kill. Nathan Bernard, 2 kills. Nathan Bernard, 3 kills. Daniel Matz was able to feel it. The Berlin Blitz lost. We tried so hard, but as expected of Nathan. However, the match isn't over. For no one else but ourselves, let's fight without regrets. Winner Paris Lumiere vs Kurlan Paris Lumiere 3 o'clock. Although it may sound cocky, I was sure that we would win this match. You can say it was expected. After all, our team is already complete. But the Berlin Blitz is in the middle of rebuilding. It's becoming a brand new team. It's obvious a butterfly with its wings spread would soar higher than a cocoon. Daniel Matz, who's also one of the top 3 in a rival of mine, will stand in front of me with a new look just like today. Of course, from the next match on, I won't be able to guarantee victory. I don't intend to comfort or sympathize with the Berlin Blitz. Since they are a rival that I have to put our all into fighting against, we have put our all into fighting, preparing, and strategizing to obtain victory. However, we will keep putting in our best efforts, and have no intention to lose. Like this, the first match of the Sweet 16, the bloody battle between Paris Lumiere and Berlin Blitz, ends with Paris Lumiere coming out on top. I was looking forward to winning this match and using the death ray on your team in the finals. I was sneaking up to surprise you. Could you act even a little surprised? You know what my abilities are. Oh, right. This punk had a sensory ability. We could have won. If only I practiced the control of my death ray a bit more, if I was able to use it more freely. I wanted to beat everybody. I wanted to show you firsthand in the finals. Stop acting. What? Get hold of yourself. Although I don't know what exactly you're trying to show me. I've been watching you closely. Get away from me. Paris Lumiere, Berlin Blitz, and even YSM are all having an after party, so hurry up and come. Everyone is waiting outside, and they can't leave since they're waiting for you. You haven't changed a bit, always dawdling around. I'm coming. Oh, right. There aren't any other ranged damage dealers like you. Listen up, comrades. This isn't just a simple afterparty. This afterparty is hosted by the one who will become our finals opponent, Paris Lumiere. Meaning it's a chance to get the first attack in by hurting their wallet. He's talking like going to the finals is a given. Now, start. The Bald Twins will be paying, so make sure you eat them to bankruptcy. Yes, my lord. Uncle, did you see me? I was good, right? How did I do? What's my score? Hey, ask one thing at a time. Well, you were pretty good. You've gotten quicker at switching. I'm all grown up now, right? Why yeah. Also, I was the one that thought up the bombing strategy. Also, I was in the same squad. It seems like it was just yesterday that I was pestering you about watching Battlefield. To think that we might run into each other in the World Champs. Oh, are you going to spend the night here? Should I join YSM? Then, I'll be on the same team as you. Just kidding. I barely got away. It seems like it was just yesterday that I sent her off to Paris. She grew up so fast. Seomoon, huh? I was looking for you. I have something to say to you. But, why are you wearing your gear? I wanted to ask you for a favor. Do you remember? When we had a match back then, you fought while handicapping yourself, right? It'll be the same if we fought again in Battlefield. Since that day, I trained myself to the limit so that I could defeat you. Thanks to that, I was able to get stronger. I want to fight you without any handicaps. I want you to use all your abilities. In real life instead of Battlefield. Who's 1 and 2? Battlefield Association Washington, D.C. branch. This is the first time I've ever had to wear this type of outfit after starting Battlefield. It's more like the armor I used to wear rather than a uniform. These are the outfits worn for actual sparring matches. Of course, the uniform provides sufficient defense, but we wear these to prevent any possible accidents. Then, what's this place for? This is a training ground lined with shock-absorbing material. They say that it's made of a material harder and more flexible than barium titanate tin alloy, which is said to be harder than diamond. It's used when testing new techniques and such. It can withstand most attacks without any problem. As you can see, it's the hardest material to exist in this world. Oh, I should see if we could implement. The only downside is that it's too expensive. These training grounds cost around 10 billion. I take that back. Apparently, it's a new material discovered by the association while researching dungeons. Ah, the Queen and its underworld technology. So, it should be alright no matter how we fight. Are you sure about this? We'll meet in the grand finals, anyway. I appreciate your concern, but you'd be under multiple restrictions when I fight against you in battlefield. That's why I'd like to spar with you here and now. Please. No, it's not that I'm worried about you. I'm just worried that I might kill an innocent person. I, too, possess a clone, so I won't die very easily. He's saying it jokingly, but he's serious. I'd like to find out just how big the gap between me and the real you is. I'm sure you already know I'm immortal in the real world. No, I do. That's why I can exert my full strength. Being immortal doesn't necessarily mean you're invincible. It should be possible to neutralize and subdue you instead of killing. Sigh, alright. Fine. Since you said you wanted to see the real me, I won't go easy on you. Such pressure. I feel the sheer breadth of his strength physically weighing against me. Is he even truly human? Full. Alright, then. Shall we begin? Yup. I'll go full out. From the very start. What is this? It's completely different from our previous sparring session. He's definitely gotten stronger than before. The force behind his sword, the speed at which he dodges, and even his composure. Just how much? How much do you plan on getting stronger? These materials are pretty sturdy to be able to withstand this guy's attacks. Maybe we should try it too. If I talk to the Queen or that observer fellow, I might be able to get it done for a cheaper price. You're not even paying attention. Clone, you use half of your aura to split a clone from your body. You will recover 30% of your aura if you recombine. If one dies, the other will be affected as well, leaving the remaining one with only 10% of their aura. I must never leave any openings. In a split second, I'll be counterattacked. I'll put my everything into this one attack. I have no intention of losing so easily. You said you wanted to see me unrestricted, isn't that right? Then I'll show you. Ha! He defeated my clone in a split second and destroyed the training ground. I couldn't even react. He's of a completely different caliber. Just how wide is the gap between us? Well, shit, I'm fucked. Hey, you. You said this place was shock absorbing. Don't worry too much about it. Fortunately, there were no casualties. We can restore the training room quickly once we get our materials. However, because it's a little difficult to harvest the materials. The underworlders are named after their jobs, it might take a few months of hard work from the miners. The only downside is that it's too expensive. Sorry. You alright? Seo Moon, you look like you're about to weep out here. I thought I had followed you closely enough that I could at least reach your shadow. However, here I am today, having faced the truth. I cannot even fathom how much stronger I have to get to catch up to you. Well, of course. That's only natural. Clearly, you're the strongest humanity has to offer. I'll give you that much. But I have surpassed humanity. I am the strongest in the universe. I admit my complete defeat, Seo Moon. Hey, by the way. What if I told you there's a way for you to get stronger, even just by a little? If such a method exists, I'll do anything for it. Alright, Nathan Bernard, become my henchman. You can have henchmen appointed to you. If you specify 2 stats for your henchmen, they will gain power beyond the limits those stats hold. Number of possible henchmen. 6. Once one is assigned as a henchman, this status cannot be changed. Everything scheduled in the US for YSM have been finished. Yes, we're home. I never thought I'd miss being in this forest. I still like the city better. By the way, where's Pietro? I haven't seen him since Paris Lumiere. Well, he is quite preternaturally swift, so, I don't know. And the president? He never got on the same plane as us, saying he still had some business left to finish. Leftover business? Alright, time to search. Las Vegas 4, that guy. Thanks to that, he could now easily dodge its tail attacks, or simply block it with his aura shield. I would have died to that before. Good, it finally pierced through. What the, my spear. Eek. God, this is infuriating. Once I finish with the first one, the next one comes, then the next one. One thing after another. The most urgent problem at hand is this damned paper-thin spear. And that thing's poison. And now, back to Las Vegas. The reason why Seo Moon Yeep came here isn't to enjoy trivial entertainments. Some will find success. Meanwhile, others will face ruin. And Las Vegas, intolerant of the hood'em, cast them out to this place. The entrance to the Las Vegas sewers. I heard the interior of this place is very complex. What do I have to go through every single one of them? Well, I thought I'd never see the day. You know, this is no place for tourists. You got any money, brother? Or you can just show us what's in that bag. Hand over everything you got, and I'll spare you. Phew, this always was the fastest method. You look like residents. Then you should know all about this neighborhood. Oh, I know Khan Aryan is here. Get him over here. Call him, even if you have to beat him up. Rose. I looked too far away, searching for clues. I hadn't realized that it was right there, closer than anything else. Now, let us converse. The fifth. Why are you crying, the fifth? Even if you hadn't told me. I now know the truth, High Priest. The essence of the thing that the first priest and I have served was not of the primordial light that is right. You asked why I'm crying. I was entranced by the words primordial light and brought disgrace upon the great civilization I claimed to serve. The light, but violated sacred laws and created a monstrous abomination. It was only after I became a phantom that I realized my mistake. So, how could I not shed tears in such a situation? The first priest, he will prove to be no different than I. Until he loses his body after death, he will not abandon his faith. Even I had no choice but to believe that it was the primordial light before I saw its true self. There is only one reason you would have come to visit me now that I am a phantom. Head to the first emperor's grave. Their lies are beginning. I see. Then you may cry no more. The fifth. This is your chance to stop it yourself. Will you lend me your strength once more? What are you doing just standing there? Do you think I'm joking? Ordinary civilians like ourselves would never be able to beat up one of the 7 heroes and bring them over. Yet it's okay to attempt a robbery against one of the 7 heroes. That was only because we didn't know it was you. So, it's alright for you to rob civilians, huh? Guh, my fist smells like crap after punching those beggars. You wouldn't call us beggars if we took showers every day, no? Makes sense. What is that? Spotted 3 pieces of garbage. Eek. Those are the Norma Group. The Norma Group. Norma, they're the mafia that controls Las Vegas. In fact, the reason why we were guarding this place is because of them. What do they do? First, you need to know what we're called here in Las Vegas. Why the hell should I know what you beggars are called around here? We're called the Moles. And they declared they're going on a massive cleaning mission in the sewers. Aren't they good people since they're volunteering to clean the place up? No, they don't literally mean cleaning. They're going to kick people like us out of here. Exactly, you bastards. They're volunteering to kick out scoundrels like you who disturb the peace of this neighborhood, so, they must be kind people, right? Well, I guess. TSK, that's none of my business. All I want is to have Khan Aryan brought before me. The guys up the hill are getting more oppressive. Most of us were fired from work for ridiculous reasons. Some of us even ended up here after getting messed up by those Norma bastards, and now they're also trying to drive us out of the sewer. Those guys aren't human. Several people in other areas have been thrown out without a plan or any support. The Normas have hired so many superhumans. I heard the superhumans they hired specialize in hunting humans, they're former battlefield athletes or veterans from the war era. However, fear no more. The superhuman of superhumans. Here, Khan Aryan, one of the former 7 heroes, has promised to protect us. What do I do? What do I do? How did it end up like this? Even if I'm one of the 7 heroes, it will be very difficult for me to win against them. I didn't even earn a spot in the 7 heroes because of combat in the first place. I got in to help with reconnaissance. One of the 7 heroes. The reason why since the war era, Khan Aryan had caused a lot of problems by gambling. Let go of me. I'm going to break his wrists today. Yeep. Calm down. I've got a good feeling about this. Let's ride this momentum and go all in. Why? Let go of me. I'm going to break his wrists today. Yeep. Calm down. Unfortunately, he lost half of his fortune through gambling, and the other half through divorce settlements. I burned it all out. As expected, the weapon that accompanied me to the final dungeon fetched a high price. It's okay. I'll take it back after I earn a fortune. With this much money, I'll earn something, at least. Something should happen with this much money on the line. I swear, this is my last time. Time to exchange. Alright, I can get my weapon back with this much. But, wait, what if I hit another jackpot with these chips? Who knows, if I can hit another jackpot, she might even come back to me. Let's try one more time. Mr. Khan Aryan, it's time for you to pay the interest. Ultimately, he ended up in this sewer. I don't even have my weapon anymore. There's no way I could fight them all. They beat the crap out of me back then. It will be the same this time. Should I just run away? The money I received from these guys. I've already lost it all after gambling. Is it the Normas? GUH. Why is this place so complicated for a sewer? It's as complicated as an underground dungeon. A fitting place for beggars, I guess. Is Khan Aryan here? Seomoon, ha. Fight them. You, why? Yes. Hey, you dumb hobos. You can't just trust anyone. Why would you trust him when his wife divorced him because of his gambling addiction? Mr. Seomoon. Who's that man lying there? I ran into him at the entrance, but he started messing with me, so I beat the hell out of him. That means, all the superhumans hired by the Normas have been defeated. Mr. Seomoon here defeated them all, an hour ago. TSK. I don't give a damn about your circumstances. Bring Khan Aryan here and... He dodged. Quite impressive for a hobo, ha ha ha. I think I just heard something snap. So, there's a deadly poison flowing in its blood. Yes, and avoiding the flowing blood won't solve the problem either. Once exposed to the air, it immediately turns into a poisonous mist. I'll need an antidote to proceed further. If that's the case, I have a solution. At your service, my queen. Analysis. Target constraint, Underworlder, Strength Agility 31 of 32 Speed 66 to 67 Stamina Focus 90-95 Skill Aura Ability Manufacture Medicine Ingredient Analysis Manufacture Medicine Create medicine to treat pathogens, viruses, and toxins. Ingredient Analysis analyzes the composition of substances. Are you able to create an antidote for a poison that you've never seen before? It's feasible. Alright. Let's get started right away, then. By any chance, if you're looking for the antidote to use in the real world, it will be no use. What do you mean? Unfortunately, an antidote created in Battlefield can only be used within Battlefield. In contrast, for the antidote to be used in the real world, the corresponding poison must exist in the real world. I've already tried it multiple times before, but it was impossible. What? That's bullshit. What? That's bullshit. So, what do we do? There is a way to create it. Why are you staring at me like that? You said you could create any poison that you've been in contact with before, right? Yes, as long as I didn't die from it, yes. Alright, let's go. Huh. I'll help you escape the garbage bin of your gambling addiction. Excuse me. Please help us, Mr. Seomoon. The Normas will surely bring more superhumans again. We'll prepare you some money somehow, so if you could just fight for us. I don't expect a bunch of hobos to gather much money. We're not originally from here. Of course, some of us end up here after gambling and hitting rock bottom. However, many people have also been deceived by the Normas, a mafia family that controls this city. After having our entire fortunes taken away, we were driven to this place. Please, lend us your strength, and help us reclaim our rightful places. You guys can do that by yourselves. That's none of my business. Just because you've been wronged, you want to get another person to solve your problems for you. Learn to wipe your own ass, and stop hoping for a hero to appear. Would it really be alright just to leave them like that? Is that how you got money from them? Yes. Did you realize that there were some superhumans mixed in with them? What? Was there anyone who offered to fight with you? None, I'm sure. Helping them might be a solution, yes, but if they reclaim their places by depending on a hero, they'll just lose them again in the end. They need to learn how to stand up for themselves. Wishing for a hero can come after. It won't be too late. I don't know how you beat the hell out of our men. However, it'll be different this time, you damn moles. These idiots haven't come to their senses yet. We're done for. Damn it. We'll be driven out to the desert at this rate. They'll reach us soon. Please, spare me. If you take this away, how am I even supposed to make a living? Learn to wipe your own ass, and stop hoping for a hero to appear. Let us fight them. I'll stand at the front. If we step out there, the Normas could be waiting to finish us off. Even so, let's stand up for ourselves. I'll help you this time. This guy's the boss of the Norma family. I'll help you this time. To fall. Las Vegas. It took only a few hours for them to be destroyed. Norma Family HQ, Las Vegas. Is this the place? Seo Moon Yeep? Why are you attacking us? Well, it's just that. You stood in my way. Eek. That's why. Head to the grave of the first emperor. That is where our beginning lies. Who is the first emperor? If the emperor with the greatest power was the emperor of the tomb of 10,000, the first emperor was the one who laid the foundation for this brilliant civilization. I thought the method to reach that place had been lost, but just as Seo Moon Yeep wandered a rift in space and time for 17 years after the final dungeon collapsed and returned to reality with the Queen's help, a similar coincidence occurred for the priests. The traces of this aura must be from the first. He had been here. I finally found you. You pawned your weapon for more money to gamble. That's India's national treasure, isn't it? Are you out of your mind? But I had a good feeling this time. For God's sake. I should break your arm or something. By the way, how did you know I was here? Are you even aware you're one of the 7 heroes? It'd be strange not being able to find one of the 7 most famous people in the world. TSK, how pathetic. Take this. I got this from your wife. This is. She signed it but never submitted it. Indian divorce papers. Now that your kids are all grown, she said that you can come back, but only if you can get yourself together and find a job. Don't worry, I'll stop if I win this time. I swear, I'll stop gambling right after this. I promise you, this is the last time. Stop nagging. I risked my life for this money. This is the last time. Sniffle. Your wife's an angel, no. Honey. What do I have to do? I'll do anything. Gotcha. Anything you say. Divorce, that's good to hear. Sign here. Then, I'll have you return to your wife as a proud husband. No matter what happens, you must fulfill the terms of the contract. Khan Aryan had walked right into the devil's jaws. Seo Moon Yeep, are you actually out of your mind? How the hell am I supposed to fight this snake? Hey, who said you have to kill it? I just told you not to die. Didn't you say you wanted to be a good husband? Now's your chance. Here we go. What? W8. Seo Moon Yeep dash. That, crazy bastard, Seo Moon Yeep. Seo Moon Yeep, you crazy asshole. Why are you making me do this? How am I supposed to survive this? Alright, he's got full aggro. Why are you coming here? Hey, Khan. The way you move isn't half bad. Good enough for a player at YSM. What nonsense are you? Let me extract the poison from this guy first. This is poison. You said you could recreate any poison that you've been in contact with before, right? Yes, as long as I didn't die from it, yes. Time to work, Khan Aryan. Absorb that poison, and recreate this damned snake's venom. Oh, it's working. Ugh, it feels just like the time I first awakened. He awakened his power after being bitten by a snake as a child. Hey, I went through all that, and this is all you can make. I can't just extract an unlimited amount, you know. That sounds bothersome. Can't you extract more at a time? My body has to be able to endure it. This isn't even an ordinary poison. What in the world was that gigantic snake in the first place? This feels like drinking overnight and throwing up bile. Ugh, thinking about it is making. Well, this is for a reason. Anyway, now that I recreated the poison like you told me to, my job here is done, right? For me to create the antidote that you desire, you must fill this beaker with that poison. This should end after you throw up for the 100th time. You crazy bastard. Coach. Have you seen Pietro? Not really. I haven't seen her since America. I thought she was with you, President. Oh. She's not here yet, huh? Seo Moon Yeep. I'm going to have to leave for a bit. I have a place to visit. Ever since she said she needed to go somewhere, I haven't heard anything from her. Not that I've conversed with her a lot, but I know she's not the type to do something reckless. She must have her reasons if she left after telling you. True. Worrying about her is like worrying about the chances of a meteor hitting Earth. By the way, are they preparing for the next game? Yes, our next opponent is the Dubai Blaze. It's the team Yunbium had transferred to. Oh, really? Can you practice without Pietro? We've already devised a new tactic that could be done without Pietro. Even though she's a super ace and contributes significantly to the team's strength. YSM is still the top team in South Korea, even without her. So, even if Pietro is out, we should still be able to secure the victory. Why don't you give our players some words of encouragement? I thought you were in charge of the players' tactic training. No, we should show Yunbium what his X-team is made of, shouldn't we? Right. Giving some words of encouragement sounds great. Lee Na-eon, you've been getting too comfortable lately. You need to run even faster. Do you want to get tied up again? No, Jonghwan and Paul. Grip your shields even tighter. Namgung Ji-hun and Park Young-min. Watch the tips of your blades as you strike. Shu Ran. You have to move even more boldly. How have you not changed from the old days, you fool? Jo Sungo, focus. Don't just look for the easy way and focus. Shim Young-soo, Shuran, why are you here? I'm on vacation until the season starts. Hey, hey, hey. Out, out. A player from a different team shouldn't be here. What, do you think our training sessions are a play or something? You can't just come here because you're on vacation. Our clubhouse is not a hotel. Wait. You guys have been doing whatever you want without permission. A player from a losing team joining our practice is bad luck. Get out of here. Get out. Just a sec, boss. What is it? We're not total strangers with Berlin Blitz, so can't you just let Shuran stay until her vacation ends? Of course we're strangers. And hey, you barely have enough time to train. So you'll have no time to host guests. If you let Shuran stay, I'll try harder until the end of the World Championships. Our place has so many empty rooms. I'll take care of everything. I've been so lonely since there were no other female players here. Hey, let go, President, please. Ugh, don't look at me like that. You're like a child begging their parents to keep a puppy they found on the street. Do whatever you want. Hey, Shuran. If you interfere with our training, you'll be kicked out immediately. Oh, okay. He's so cranky. Well, since the tribulation might happen at any moment, it might be a good idea for all the henchmen to gather in one place. I have 2 spots left for more henchmen. I have to scout them as soon as possible. I've already decided on one. And the last one. Summon carpet, replace the surrounding materials, summoning a fluttering carpet that matches the color of the materials replaced. Air manipulation, you can freely control the flow of air within a 30-meter radius. Ugh. Damn you, hiding in the shadows and flying around like an insect. If this is all you got, then I can endure it all day. Yoon Byum has been performing so well lately. He's been conquering the Middle East region. I was so proud of him when he ended up as the MVP in a friendly scrim against a Premier League team. I'm sure Seo Moon Yeep is regretting it right now. As soon as Yoon Byum joined, the team jumped from 10th to 1st rank in the Middle Eastern League. They made it to the top 16 in the World Championships. Is this real? They might even win if they can deal with Pietro Anela and Seo Moon Yeep. Yoon Byum, 7 kills. MVP, Yoon Byum. You've been waiting long enough for the top 16 of the World Championships. And their opponent, the Shadow Legion. Dubai Blaze. There's another part to focus on during today's game. The ace assassin of Dubai Blaze, Yoon Byum, had debuted in YSM to gain the reputation he has now. Yes, that's right. Seo Moon Yeep himself had scouted and taught him. This match might garner a lot more attention. Wow, you're considered the ace of your team. Oh, how much you've grown. It's all thanks to your teachings. I understood better after coming to the Middle Eastern League. Now, I know how strong you truly are. I've figured out where I currently am, too. Then, I'm sure you know how difficult it would be to win this match, right? I do. However, I won't lose. Even if I know there's a 99.9% chance that I'd lose, I still have to say I'll win, so I can grasp the opportunity when it rises. Let the first round begin. Invasion, Dubai. We won't drag this on to the 3rd round. End the match with a 2 o'clock. Hunt complete. Even if it's a first-round monster, it's still a little too easy for an invasion, no? Usually, there's a pattern that follows after this. The golems have fused. Ha! Like I said, I'm never wrong. Aura restraint binds a stationary target within 25 meters using chains of aura. Fortunately, Pietro Anela from YSM didn't participate in today's match. With that, there's a chance we can win a